Welcome to another Focus ST torque spec video. Today we're going to be talking about just the ARP hardware and what you need to do to torque them down properly, and also the torque method. So this is the ARP 2000 torque spec procedure. I would recommend doing 20-pound increments. Allows it to rest and settle better into the block. It won't skip your final torque measurement, and it'll be more accurate. The biggest difference between the ARP 2000s and the ARP 625 bolts is going to be the final torque rating. So ARP 625s call for 80 foot-pounds. These are 75. I would go 20 foot-pound increments for both of them. So you got your 20, 40, 60, and then go 75. And then for the 625s, if you have those, it'd be 20, 40, 60, and then 80. Here's the ARP cam bolts. These are highly recommend, and this is going to be a 50 foot-pound rating for the final torque. No special sequence there, and just make sure that you put a crescent wrench on the cams to hold it in place. That way there you don't rely on your timing tool plate to actually hold it in place while you're torquing these down. Always use your ARP Ultra Torque fastener lube. Here is the ARP 2000 main studs. So here's the torque sequence there. You got your cross pattern. You got 25, 50, and 70. I would follow that. There's no problems there for settling. That works just fine. These torque sequences for both these are right out of the Ford manual, so it'd be the same. Now, if you're looking to do just the OEM cam bolts, head bolts, main bolts, I have those in my torque specs video in the playlist. Here is the infamous ARP crank bolt. I wouldn't recommend this past 500 wheel horsepower. Below 500 or even 450, if you want to be really safe, you could use this, no problem. I reused mine multiple times, but after a while it actually came loose. Basically, the reason why I took apart my 2.3 stroker. Torque spec rating, 140 foot-pounds, that's all it is. If you're looking for the torque spec of the OEM crank bolt, which I would highly recommend past 450 or 500 wheel horsepower because it holds better, look into the torque spec videos for that. Hopefully you like this. This is kind of a condensed version of the torque spec videos I have supplied. This is just for ARP only. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one. We're going to be coming out with some new series. It's going to be a redo of the Focus ST best mods for your money and reliability in 2025.